Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday night and time for another episode of Indie Comics Relay. I'm your host, Keith Gleason, creator of the Mighty Mascots. With me, as always, is Johnny C., creator of Surrounded by Death. What's up, brother? How's
It's
it going?
Wednesday. You know what that means. We're back at it again.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So, what's your week been like? I know we were both at New England Toy and Comic show this past Sunday.
Yeah,
Um, you did pretty good, right? I,
I,
I
I
I
did.
did okay at the end.
Yeah,
I left happier, I should say.
yeah. So
uh,
I definitely crossed table, which was nice. And then,
yeah,
I did pretty good. Not as good as the first time I did the show. That was pre-COVID, but for like a small '90s collectible show, it wasn't too bad. And I did well enough where I could shop around and pick up a few things. So that was
yeah,
nice
yeah.
too.
Yeah, there was a lot of good dealers there that had like old comics and toys and stuff. Um, I think it would benefit. It kind of had the same problem the Near Mid Expo had the week before, where um, I think the artists were all spread around. I don't know. I have a feeling like if they put us all together, we would all benefited from that. I don't
You
know.
know,
I don't know
I,
what that magic formula is.
we're looking for that old school classic kind of show, and I think it's coming with Wicked Comic Con next
Yes,
April.
yes, yeah. I cannot wait for Wicked Comic
Cannot
Con.
wait for that
For you
one.
guys that don't know, that's the old school Boston show that was like huge around here before it was big enough that the Fan Expo bought them 4 or 5 years ago, and now the no compete clause is over, so they're
Yeah,
back and they're gonna be
time to
doing a one
compete.
day show. I hope
Yeah,
it stays one day. I mean, I think that would be fantastic.
yep, for
So
sure.
we'll look forward to hearing more from those guys when the show comes closer. I actually have another show Saturday.
Oh, do you
I
really?
Yeah, I have the Upper Valley Comic Expo, and then
Wow.
I have Sunday off, and just off from everything. And then
Yeah,
Wednesday we're heading down to New York. It's
New
it's
York.
freaking nuts,
Yep.
dude. Every October, no matter what, it's just crazy for me. I don't know if that's the same for you.
It tends to be because usually it's New York Comic Con and Saratoga that are kind of usually neck and neck with each other. This time it's actually Monster Expo, which you're going to be at as well.
Yep.
So it's just we had this past show this weekend. I've got a concert. Actually, I'm going to see Sam Black Church and Tree. It's a benefit show for Julie Duffy, and then next week we've got New York Comic Con. I'm actually going to be at Artist Alley D15 with a guest that we're going to be bringing in shortly. We'll talk
Oh,
about
cool.
that in a
Very cool.
second.
Yeah, one thing I
Then
want to show before we bring it, I guess one thing I've been promoting. I've been on streams, dude, all
yeah,
since Sunday night. Every night I've been doing a stream. It's
hustling,
nuts.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it's crazy. So I just gotta want to share this real quick. The I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Why we kept getting that blinking thing? I don't know. But Alterna is changing the way that they do pre-orders now, because they like DC, IDW, and Marvel. They've left Diamond, so now they're doing all their books as a pre-order campaign for every season. So this is the first one. So fall, and then the next one will be winter, and then spring, and then summer. So this one you get it's
very
a great
seasonal.
deal. You get 25 books, or you get 10 books for $25, and it's basically you order everything that's coming out in the next 2 months for Alterna. And as you can see, he's doing great. I mean, 6 days, he's already almost at 12,000. The crazy thing is, Pete told us that that his purchase orders were Diamond were never even more than $5,000. So, I mean, just look at what being away from Diamond is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
is a
Well, it's
possibility.
it's
So,
a new age for comics, and crowdsourcing. You don't before you strive to try to get your way into Diamond. Now it's self-starting and going to these platforms, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, Patreon. All of them are gaining traction now.
yeah, it's a way. I think indies are kind of stepping up now when the big
Yeah,
two are failing. Um, So yeah, just real quick, everybody, just check it out. Mighty Mascots #4. If you missed my original campaign, you have your chance of getting it here, which is awesome. And then I'm really looking forward to this new one. Wolf and Batsy looks really cool. This is a bunch, and this T-Bird and Throttle is excellent. I read the first one, I loved it. So
cool, yeah, looks cool.
Yeah, so just wanted to give a quick plug from my team there, and
nice.
Before we bring in tonight, we got 2 guests tonight. We have Jeff that's coming in with us real quick to plug his Kickstarter, and then Connery, who is scheduled with me a while ago as well. Before that, though, let's take a quick look at the chat. Say hi to everybody out there. We got Blue Streak. Hey, I'm here watching while I wipe my old iPad 2. That's about to die due to certificate expiration. Well, hopefully it can stay the whole hour. We got my wife, as always, Amy's Birdhouse. Good evening, all.
Yep.
Dragon Multimedia, which is one of our guests, Connery. Johnny C, of course. Hey, all. Thanks for watching. Ara, which we both saw this weekend.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you this weekend,
Patron saint of Indie Comics.
And we got Adam Warlock. What's up, bud? And I just saw this in the chat, which caught my eye. Had a rough week. I just got out of jail.
What?
Oh, jeez. I know. I don't even know. I'm going to scroll a little more and see if we ever... said anything more about that. And then
we'll have to do a sideshow, real stories from the Indie Comics Relay chat.
Yeah, right. Roland's with us, your boy. What's going on? Johnny, hey y'all. Hey folks. Let me see. We got any Harry's with us. Hey buddy. Hey, look who's got his screen fixed. Yeah, man. Good to see you, bud. That might be everybody. Blue Streak, Johnny, you're not supposed to get high on your own supply. No, that's just a vape pen, right, Johnny?
Yeah, just a vape pen. That's all.
Oh man, that's great. That's Adam Warlock, Wiki Comic Con. Looking forward to that show. Yeah, definitely.
That one's gonna be big. That's gonna be.
Of course,
huge.
It's a Boston show name.
I would travel for that one. If you're out of state, travel for Wicked Comic Con. It's going to be good.
Yeah, and I got to mention this too. Amy accidentally put me in timeout last week. I was only in YouTube jail. Oh, that's what he meant. Okay, great. Yeah,
I was
Amy
thinking
felt
Homeboy was doing some
horrible.
hard time or something.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Amy was telling me that she somehow put him in and muted him when the chat, which is crazy, So
he was popping off.
Yeah. I was referring to Johnny burning his profits at the show. Oh yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's great to see you as always. All right, so without further ado, let's bring in our first guest tonight. A guy that's been on the show before. A very successful Kickstarter, and I think my wife backed it, so I think she has to get number 1 and 2 from Jeff at some point.
Yeah,
hey, buddy.
That just came in. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff. Good to see you again, man.
What's up, y'all?
How's it going? Like I was saying, my wife backed the Major Captain Holmes and Major Watson, right? Is that, or do I have it?
That was
backwards?
the last one. Major Holmes and Captain Watson. Yeah.
Major. Okay. She got the new issues that were when you were here last time. But I think she forgot to get 1 and 2, so hopefully in New York she can snag them from you.
Yeah, for sure. So
you guys are in Artist Alley together, right?
Jeff, we're in Artist Alley.
That's
D15,
right. I
pal?
just found the table number today by searching the actual website. They never sent to me. Whatever.
Yeah. I know they're horrible. Honestly, they're horrible at that, Jeff. Like
I know a bunch of people had theirs for a while, and I was looking for mine, and then didn't show up, and I don't know.
Yeah, every year they either give you the number or they give you the map without the number. So it's like they forget that little end of it, They just
this
figure
whole
you're
fall
just
con
figure it out.
season feels very rushed and cluttered and like, oh god, man, it's wild.
Dude, I'm on week 3 of 6 weeks in a row of conventions. Like it's nuts,
Yeah. It's been so long since we get to do one. Everyone's cramming in as many as they can get as fast as they can. I already done 2 here in Florida. It's crazy.
I was
that's
say,
exactly
Jeff,
what's
how the
going
last 2
on,
shows
Jeff.
go for you?
They're good. We did MegaCon here in Orlando, which is where I live now, and that was super easy because it was right down the street. And And then we went down to Miami Beach and did Florida SuperCon. And you kind of can't beat Miami Beach. Like, basically, my wife went with me as her excuse to just go away for the weekend to go to the beach.
Nice.
And then I set the table. And I'm like, she's not having fun, and I'm just sitting here uncomfortable. That's right. I had fun. It was good.
I know. Isn't that sucky? Like, everyone's outside at the beach, and you're like at the
beautiful.
convention.
Super gorgeous. Yeah.
But wouldn't have it any other way, right?
You know?
Yep. It's like when me and my wife travel to conventions, like everyone's like, "Oh, you're going there? You're gonna be doing anything special?" Not really. I'll be at a Comic-Con.
You're working.
We literally fly in and fly right out. It's like we don't get to enjoy the benefits of where we are usually. So, how about you, Johnny?
Oh, well, I was just saying, it's like, we go to these shows. It's like, oh, you're going to San Diego. It's beautiful over there. Yeah, it is. But we're kind of working most of the time. It's fun what we do, but we're still kind of in a giant building, not enjoying the scenery or the sights of San Diego.
You're stuck at a table. You can't enjoy the con, really.
Yeah, that's why I do like going to a show, like either just as an attendee, because it gives you the opportunity to explore the city you're in, and B, like to go like a little bit before, like extra before and after, just to do that, to soak things in, check out the sites, that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so the reason we brought Jeff in tonight, we have our schedule's normally
always packed, right? Our schedule's so packed. It's tough to get scheduled in, but I know Jeff had a Kickstarter going, and I wanted to make sure that we give an opportunity to shine a little spotlight on this campaign, because this is one of my favorite books.
I'm glad. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad we had a chance to spotlight it for a few minutes. The crazy thing is our show has been like booking like crazy. Like we're almost booking out like 2 months out now, which is nuts.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's a good problem to have. It's just like whenever like something like this comes along where we can't really do a proper like full hour episode on it. You know what I mean? That's the one bad thing. But yeah, let's bring it up. Let's take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. So I absolutely love this book. I like to consider myself a godfather to this book a little bit.
Really? Okay. What's the premise behind this one?
So this is the Arcane Cocktail Enthusiast, and we just dropped issue 3 for the new campaign. It's about a woman named Lark who owns a bar in San Francisco, and she's also secretly a sorcerer, makes all her drinks with magic.
Oh, cool. I like that.
It's a kind of fun urban fantasy. The first couple issues, we figured out that she doesn't just make great cocktails, but she collects magical ingredients and things from creatures that have been hunted by evil wizards for centuries, and a lot of magical beings that are nearly extinct. And her bar is not only the hottest place in town, but it's kind of a sanctuary for a lot of very rare magical creatures who don't have any place else to go for protection. And in issue 3, the stakes really get ramped up. There's a new ally who's revealing some secrets about Lark's past and how she got all her magical powers, and where her magical grimoire, which is the secret of all her recipes and all her magical power, comes from. And the villain's going to leave the alternate world where all the magic is and show up right in the streets of San Francisco, ready to totally wipe everybody out. So it's going to be pretty fun.
Awesome. It's a clever twist on like fantasy and like the whole bar thing. It's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, I spent 20 years working in bars. So the fun part about me is there's so many characters in here that are based on bartenders that I worked with, or built out of little bits and pieces of old folks that I worked with,
very cool.
Or staff regulars of mine. There's a character in the last issue who's also got a big role in this issue, who's based on an old bar, like one of my very first bar regulars, who's a musician who passed away a couple years ago. And we got to turn him into sort of a magical character in the book, and it's been really cool.
Oh, I like that.
Very cool.
Does any of the old bartenders that inspired the story, are they aware of this comic, or?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
Several of the lady bartenders that I've worked with in the past are like, "Oh my God, you made a comic about me." And I'm like, "Well, thank you." But a little bit you, and a little bit you, and a little bit you, and a little bit you. But yeah, it's been great. A lot of my old friends in the industry are big fans of the book, and even some of the bars I still work in now and then have helped me promote the book and put it out there in the world of the cocktail lovers as well as the world of the comic storks. So it's been a ton of fun. It's a neat premise.
Yeah, and I like the artwork for it too. So
yeah,
this is your artist on
talented.
What is
the artist
name?
is Pupo, and he's in New York now by way of Italy. And Johnny C actually helped me meet him about 4 years ago, maybe. We were at San Diego Comic-Con at one of the
really?
Creator Apticon meetups. And I'd started this book as a web comic with a talented artist named Lacey LeBlanc. And she had done some character designs and a couple of pages, but she was a student at the time and not ready to like fully tackle a whole ongoing series. And but I had this premise kind of in my back pocket, just looking for the right artist to come up with. And Johnny C's got an eye for talent. So we were hanging out and looking at all the portfolios at San Diego Comic-Con during the Creator Apticon meetup. And Johnny just grabbed David and dragged him across the bar, basically. He's like, Jeff, you got to look at this guy's stuff. He's the right guy for your cocktail book.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
And he was not wrong.
Yeah, no, I really saw it. Like, I saw synergy where they didn't, and I had to put it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Did you see Adam Warlock's comment? He said, "Sounds like a place that John Constantine would hang."
Exactly, it is a place John Constantine would hang out.
Yeah, I feel this character would fit right in with the Hellraiser.
Dear DC, we're ready for the crossover when you are.
Yeah, right. Fantastic, and I see that you already made the goal.
Already funded. Yep.
Yeah,
and we already funded.
Congrats, brother.
2 days, which was good.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
so the rest is
that
like
early
gravy.
support is super huge. We were pumping the mailing list and really promoting the book ahead of time. And it's been one of the secrets of, I feel like, for Kickstarter, because a lot of folks are willing to take a chance on something they know they're going to get, right? If this is a little outside of your wheelhouse, or this is an odd concept, or cocktail bar magic, that seems, I don't know, whatever. But it's funded. It's not like I have to back the thing and maybe it's going to happen, maybe it won't. Like, this is done now. So we always try to get those early pledges in, which is really great. And then now we get to add stretch goals to the campaign, which is always fun because it's like stupid bar stuff that we throw in at the end. And
I love that.
Great. One thing about there being a magical bar is there's always good swag from the bar. So.
I can never have enough arcane cocktail enthusiast coasters, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I actually use them. Yeah.
I feel like a drink like a drink like
there you go. There's your Arcanist bar coaster right there.
Yeah, heck yeah.
These are the last ones in existence. There's only like 10 left.
Oh, bring them to New York. I'm going to take a couple off your hands.
Well, that's the good thing. So we put them back in the new campaign. There's it's kind of a little bit of different design, a different color. There'll be a coaster 2.0 that's available as part of the new campaign, as well as some other fun bar swag that I haven't tried yet. Nice. We don't get to do bar matches anymore because we found out mailing out matchbooks is a violation of some sort of federal law. Whoops.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're not supposed to send matches in the mail.
That's gangster, though, right?
Yeah.
Freaking federal laws.
We sent out a whole bunch of
That's gangster.
Yeah, it is a little gangster. I love
so
it.
it's cool though. Like Jeff's got like cocktail recipes in the book. Like I always love it when a creator can take a little bit of their project and bring it to real life. I do it with the coffee with Surrounded by Death. You do it with the soda, Keith, and Jeff does it with cocktail recipes in the back of the books and stuff. And I think that's just so cool.
Yeah, I think once you get people hooked on the book, you have that merch that just brings them back. You know what I mean? So, and if you can make a few extra bucks on that merch, that's the way to go. That's what I guess branding and all that stuff kind of comes in.
Jeff, if you could recommend it, sorry, go on.
No, David came up with this fun idea for the first issue way back, where when the people from the bar move from our world into the more fantastical worlds to search for ingredients for the bar, like magically your clothes would change based on where you were going. So in our world, you're just wearing like your bartending t-shirt or whatever, and then when you go to the other world, it's a medieval world. So now your shirt is like body armor, right?
Yeah.
It turns into like the nice thing. And so for the final episode, we want to have magical bar merch. It's like the bar t-shirts and the bar swag and stuff. And then when you move into the other realm, it'll be like armor and weapons and crazy stuff, and it'll all have the bar logo on it. And that way we can incorporate the merch in as it moves from one world to the other, and it would change. And so some of those designs are going to be really pretty fun. There are little hints of it in this one, but there's going to be big time stuff in the next one. It's going to be really cool.
That's
Very
awesome.
Cool.
Do you
so
picture this as
like tier,
go ahead,
if you could recommend a tier, Jeff, what would you recommend for people?
Oh, well, it depends on if you've read the book or not. The cool part about this is the campaign for issue 3, but if you're a brand new reader, there are tiers for the full series from the very beginning. So we're going to reissue issue 1 and 2 if we need to print some more copies for this. So as you're scrolling through there's some basic tiers with just, the books. But then when you get to the top, there's what we call the regulars tiers. And that's where you, like I say, you get the new design for the new bar t-shirt and the new coasters. And there's a full new cocktail menu. It's going to have 4 new cocktails on it with some really cool art drawn into the background. And then you see in the art right there for the alt cover, which is pretty cool. This is Liana Kangas, who's done stuff at Vault and some other places. And she's just super sick, crazy talented. And she did this awesome, like beautiful watercolor looking thing that features one of the characters from the book, who's a bartender and also secretly the last mermaid in existence. And so she's so if you're into mermaids, which my wife is a crazy mermaid freak, then that cover in particular is really pretty dope.
Yeah, this is awesome. Is this a series that's going to keep going? Like,
the arc is the first arc is gonna end with issue 4, and then there are some one-shot type deals that are going to be a little bit of backstory and like how everybody came together, some of that sort of stuff. Some of Lark's background's a little bit of a mystery, so we're going to explore some of that. And I've already come up with a way to incorporate my tattoo artist into the story, so she's going to become a character in the book later on. And I'm just bringing everybody I know into the book, basically. All my old bartenders, all my old regulars, everybody. Johnny will be in there before you know it.
Nice. Very cool. And I love that. That's like the branding is just on point. It's great. And the stickers are cool. Is this a sticker? No. Those
are stickers. There's always
sticker packs. Okay.
We do sticker pack almost every time for every Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah, it's a fun little thing, and people like them.
People love them. It gives us an excuse to make them. They go right in the pack. They didn't cost anything extra to ship. They're not heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
I love when you open up a pack and just stickers are falling out. It's just so much fun shit.
Yeah, right.
So that's actually what happened last week, or maybe the week before, Jeff. As I was unboxing the Holmes Watson Kickstarter rewards, and as I'm opening it up, it's just like fun stuff just spilling out of the pack. The little notebook, the other mini stories that you did, and
that was fun.
Stickers and stuff is just so cool.
We try to make sure that if you're throwing money in there, you're getting your mon's worth.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Man.
And then Johnny, I think you were going to ask what the tier that's recommended here.
Yeah. So I was just going to say, I said it before. It's kind of like Jeff said. It really depends upon where you're at. If you have the other books, then there's probably some other tiers you'd want to look at. But then there's the catch-up tiers, right? You have 1 through 3 available, right, Jeff?
Yeah, and they're doing add-ons now too with Kickstarter. I believe.
So there are tiers with the new issue, and then there are tiers with all the issues 1, 2, and 3. And if you randomly got issue 1 and then missed 2 and somehow got to 3, there are issue 2s in the add-on store as well. I just moved from Orlando, or from across town in Orlando, and discovered a whole box of the alt covers for issue 2 that I thought were sold out. There were 20 extra ones in a different box that I didn't know were in there. So we found 20 of the alt covers for issue 2. We put those in the add-on store because we didn't even know we had them. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
And those are fun. It's by an artist named Don Wen, who's out of California. He's really great.
Okay.
Love Don.
So if they have 1 and 2, you would recommend just getting the new issue pretty much, and then they can probably, or the variant.
The Liana Kangas cover is gorgeous. I mean,
yeah, they're great, and we're only going to print, I think, 100 of them. So better get one.
Wow. Okay, make them collectible. Yeah, that's a good idea. And get both covers. Okay, yeah. So
these here that look like the tasting flights and the regular packs. These are the ones that's got all the swag in it. So
gotcha. Very
cool. There's also
everybody who gets the comic is going to get a digital version of another fantasy story that I did. It's a short comic with an artist named Jared Katz. It's called The Poacher, and there's a bit of a preview of that one in here as well. It's about
is that the one that was at the bottom here? I think.
Yeah, if you scroll down, there's a little preview of it too. And
that looked cool. I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, the
Poacher. It's also a fantasy style thing. It's about a world where magic is literally toxic, and yet this young, super awesome hunter has decided that magic or not, and danger or not, she's going to use magic to hunt a dragon that only royals are allowed to hunt. And why she would do it and why she would want to risk her life just to hunt this dragon is part of the secret of the backstory. And it was fun because Jarrett and I did it like an old style. It's a silent comic. There's no dialogue in it. It's like the old
cool
Joe thing. We just wanted to watch her
that.
like run through the jungle and kick ass, and she's great. It's a lot of fun.
I love that. Great
and we
idea.
just decided, like, because Arcane Cocktail Enthusiast is about moving from one magical world to the next and finding all these different ingredients, all these different creatures. This is a world they might wander into. You never know. The stories don't overlap, but the worlds are definitely next door to each other. So we thought it was a good bonus story to throw in for everybody. And that'll be a digital reward right now. And then there's certain stretch goals if we get there that we may do print versions of that comic as well.
Awesome. My wife says, "Did you see there's cocktail recipes in the book?" I'm in.
There's cocktail recipes in every book.
Jeremy says, "Good evening, people."
If you can't get the magical ingredients like unicorn tears or feathers from a phoenix or whatever, we'll give you a real world substitute that'll probably work.
Gotcha.
There's the recipe, and the alt covers have alt recipes in them. So if you buy the package with the 2 covers of the issue, you'll get 2 different cocktail recipes in the back. And then there's a full print. It's a big 8x10 print with some art on it that's original. That's going to have it's like the full menu of the bar for this season. So it'll have 4 different drink recipes that are not the ones from the book. So if you're really, really a cocktail dork, you can go into the add-on section and pick up the cocktail menu. And it's usually a really beautiful menu. It's got some cool art. We haven't figured out exactly who's going to draw it yet, but we're getting there.
Very cool. Maybe we should run the video and then just
the video's fun. The trailer.
That's a good way to cap it off. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let me know if the sound's gone. You guys hear it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love that. Hell yeah.
Arcaneinspire.com.
Very cool. That's awesome. So you guys, it's over the goal. So you know you're going to get this book. Jeff has done previous Kickstarters in the past, has fulfilled on every one. So you've got nothing to lose here. So definitely check this bad boy out. And if this is something up your alley, definitely consider backing it.
Back it. Yep.
And Jeff's been on the show a couple times, and he's a good dude and worthy of backing. You know.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Thanks for taking the time to come on, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Man.
If you want to hang out, you can. If not, whatever you want to do.
I got to split early myself. I'm glad that you guys were able to squeeze me in a short time frame.
Yeah,
Pretty sure my wife's watching What If without me. So.
Oh yeah, no, don't.
Yeah, I'm
miss
like
that.
2 weeks
Don't
behind on it. I need to.
She doesn't like to wait. She's not super patient.
Yeah,
I think the last one I saw was the
too.
zombie one. I'm a little behind. I think I'm like 2 or 3 behind now.
You gotta get caught up.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, no, guys, seriously, thank you very much for letting me slip in here.
Thank you.
This was awesome.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Johnny, I will see you at New York fucking Comic Con.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have a few minutes.
I don't know what happened.
Hopefully I'll have a few minutes to run down and check out because you guys are in Artist Alley, right?
Artist Alley.
Okay, yeah, we're up in the small press, so I'll see if I can sneak away at some point and come down and visit. It's hard at that show though because there is tons of people and it's like
tons of people.
Hard to leave your table because someone's coming over every 2 minutes.
That's why Johnny and I are sharing so I can run and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, there you go. You need that. You need that
Pro
second
tip.
person. You know.
Yeah. Pro tip: get somebody.
Johnny and I have done tables together before. We always have a blast. So.
Well, and you have to wait in line most of the time. So I mean, it's like bathroom
I'm real
breaks
curious to see what it's going to be like with the COVID version.
I know, right?
Hopefully we'll have a good show.
Or you could be like the guest or the artist we had across from us last year who just pissed in bottles and left them behind the table. Yeah, I know. I know.
No,
We were
only
disgusted.
at Comic-Con, please.
Yeah, I know, right? We were disgusted. It was just like, ugh.
I get in at around 10 a.m., Jeff. We'll link up on Thursday.
Oh, I'm getting it on Wednesday, so I'll be there ahead of you.
Cool. Sounds great, man.
All right. Yeah, I'll be there Wednesday as well. So, all right, Jeff, thanks a lot. And
Johnny, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Man.
Good luck on the campaign. I don't even have to wish you luck. You already made your goals. So good luck on getting the stretch goal.
That's right. We got big stretch goals coming. There's going to be some fun stuff.
Awesome. All right, brother. Have a good night. And thanks
guys.
Thanks for coming on again. All right. Good night. All right. Yeah. So that looks great, Johnny.
Love that book. Love that guy. He's a great creator. Trust him. How long have you known
Jeff?
Shit, it's been forever. At least 2013, 2012, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. He's one of the first creators I linked up with when I first started doing it. So in my travels, he was on the East Coast. Then he was on the West Coast. He traveled the way I traveled, so we saw each other everywhere.
Oh, that's awesome. All right.
We should bring our next.
Yeah, definitely. Just want to take 1 second here. Say hi to Jeremy. Good evening, people. What's up, buddy? J-Bo joining us too. Hey guys, what's up? Roland said the video production and gave it a thumbs up. What did my wife say? Artist Alley is open an hour later than the main floor, so maybe if the main floor closes, we can make it over. Yeah, that's true. Forgot about that. And then Roland said, apparently Todd McFarlane doesn't like to go to the toilet during conventions for fear of leaving his table unattended. Yeah, I mean, same, unless you can grab a volunteer to just sit there, it's one of those things. All right. Yeah. Without further ado, let's bring in our other guest tonight. He reached out to me a while ago about being on the show, and I'm looking forward to hearing about his project. Without further ado, Connery Cateni. Is that how you say it, Connery?
It's Cateni.
Cateni. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining.
I remember I saw you for a brief minute at Terrificon about a month ago, right? You came by the table, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was so crazy at that show. I didn't really have time to talk to you, and I never put it together that Dragon Multimedia and you were the same, entity,
Yeah, you've been watching it for a while. Yeah, you've been supporting for a while, my man.
Mm-hmm. I actually been supporting you as well.
Oh, look at that. Oh, nice. Thank you, man. I hope you enjoyed the book. Oh, wow, you got all of them, too.
Yeah, we never got the copies from the convention.
Oh, awesome.
I even put some of the extras as well in its own thing.
Look at you, man. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that,
No
problem. So how long have you been creating comics?
This one's my first comic, actually.
Is it really?
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
What was there a cartoon, movie, or TV show that you saw when you were younger that inspired you to want to become a creator?
Oh my goodness, that's a story on its own. So
let's hear it.
Yeah, let's go.
I got into comics actually because since I'm on the spectrum, my dad actually used entertainment, and especially, let me see if I can find a good one.
Oliver's watching too.
Comics.
He said, "Hey, it's Connery."
Hey, Oliver. Good to see you. So, comics. We used entertainment and comics to get me to learn reading and writing skills, as I've had a lot of learning issues since childhood, since I'm on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And the first comic I remember was actually Archie Sonic. So this one's very special because it's during the IDW relaunch.
Oh, yeah,
and it's a special variant, so...
Yeah, that was a big comic when I was working at the comic store back in the 2000s. There was a lot of kids comics that didn't really sell, but Sonic always hung in there. I was always impressed at how many issues they made. It was up in a couple of hundreds there. You know, there was
The Archie run. I do remember
yeah,
that
there was a
explicitly.
ton of those. So it had a fan base.
Yeah,
I was a fan of the
looking back-
game
Mhm.
for Genesis. You know, so.
Yeah. Reading the comics now, some of the stories have not held up well at all.
Yeah,
Especially, I'd say it was after when they got into around the late hundreds, like 150 after, they
Okay.
started deviating from what they set up before to try to make it more like the games, and then they did the complete reboot about 250 around then, and yeah. It's
yeah,
a
so they didn't
long
keep the
story.
continuity.
Yeah.
Sounds
No,
like
they
the typical Marvel and DC
I was
mistake.
just say some of the
They-
90s comics are like completely unreadable by today's standards, right? It's like
Yeah,
try
It's
reading
not
Youngblood
that.
today. It's like shoot me now.
Like, they had the continuity. They were just killing off some of the characters, and they basically tore a hole in a lot of the comic-specific characters. Like,
oh yeah,
they couldn't even they couldn't even finish the arc before they had to reboot the whole thing, so...
yeah,
That
yeah,
sucks,
definitely. My wife said it's impressive how much Sonic has maintained its popularity over the years. Also, I really
Absolutely.
like the movie. Yeah, the movie was fun actually.
movie was good.
Absolutely.
So because you love that comic, did that like it make you want to be a part of like creating your own comic?
Yes and no. So,
Okay.
as I continued getting older, I actually got really invested in the creative side of entertainment. So I
Okay.
started moving on to stuff like Go Animate, and this led me to work on a few animation projects. Nothing really big, but
Okay.
it's like Oscar Reborn and the upcoming Sandalston I'm helping out on. And it continued to really improve my skills as basically someone of a creative type of person. And it gave me the confidence to start leading my own projects. Now,
Oh, cool.
Shyft actually came during the summer 2020. See, it was during one of the
Okay,
darkest
so
times
it's
of
only
my
been
life.
like a couple of years that you were conceiving this.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was during one of the darkest times of my life, since it was after my family lost several dogs, family members due to several health reasons unrelated to COVID.
Oh, it's-
And my
sorry
dog
about that.
Bianca was comforting me. Oh, it's no problem. And that's when the idea struck me. You see, Bianca was in a way the hero I didn't know I needed. So I wanted to make a world where animals were the heroes. And this idea was where Shyft was born from.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'll
What's
share
the
like
elevator pitch on Shyft? Like, what's the basic concept of the story?
So, Shyft is a concept that's very dear to me because it draws inspiration from the comics I loved growing up. I've always been fond myself. Well, I always found myself drawn to worlds like Sonic's as a nice way to escape, and so the world of Shyft provided that. So, Sunny has a secret. One that she's been holding on to for a while, and one that she's been planning on using to change the world. Now the moment is here, and she's unsure if she can rise to the occasion. Enter the world of Shiobia, and to discover the world of Shifters, and the role they play in a changing world.
Okay. I like the artwork a lot for your book. Do you do the artwork, or is it different artists?
It's actually a different artist named Ringo,
Okay.
and he actually came from... How it worked was... When I started development on the comic, I created the original concept of the characters in the world, but I felt my inexperience as a creative inhibited me from really realizing my vision in a way that I was happy with.
Okay.
So that's when I approached my writer for at least issue 1, Michael Odin, and he came in and began translating that initial concept I had into the amazing script and storyline you see with issue 1. And
Gotcha.
additionally, it was around this time I also brought on Ringo. And he's doing the line work, and his designs really define the world, while colorist Laura Adams, basically his partner in crime, we'll say, has done a great job setting the mood for the book as well. And the duo have done such a great job on the art.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, it's got like a nice anime kind of feel to it.
Oh,
Especially,
Go
you might
ahead,
notice
Johnny.
a little. All right, Johnny.
Sorry, go. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just saying I'm on the Dragon Multimedia website, and there's you have animation flowing. It's beautiful. Like I don't know.
Okay,
if,
yeah, I'll have to pull that.
Yeah, you're on the Indiegogo right now, Keith.
I like
go
the
to Dragon
thick...
Multimedia LLC.com. It's pretty phenomenal. Like I'm very impressed, Connery. This is kind of cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Let me take a look and see.
So, as I was saying, the layouts of Shyft, you might notice that it's tilted. I asked about it actually later on, and Ringo said he uses manga and stuff as a little bit of inspiration. So that's the reason the layout's a little different. Because the tilted look, it's chaotic, but it's mainly to represent a more manga-like feel.
So, and I think that comes across, in the artwork. You can kind of see that. Look at that. How cool is that, Keith?
That is cool.
That is awesome. Even the logo's got that like wavy, trippy color
it's like
oh, I love it. It looks like
like going through a like a prism or something, you know?
Yeah, I just want to eat mushrooms and look at it all day.
Oh, this is great, man. I like the animation there. It's really cool.
Do you do the animation or did you outsource that?
No, I outsourced it to a guy on Fiverr who also actually did most of our streaming graphics when we do live streams on our YouTube channel. And
oh wow, okay.
He's done such a great job. And so
this is some of the other animation projects you were talking about?
Yep. These ones are usually done by other people. Like, for example, Sam Dalston is Geo's project, or Wild Mew, while Oscar Not Reborn is more Studio PLKS's. Okay. But I help out as a producer and also a little bit of writing credits, so
very cool.
That's where I got help with the outlining.
Yeah, I really like it, Connery. This is great. Yeah, I really like it. So yeah, I saw that you had Shyft up for a while, and then you decided to stop the crowdfunding. What happened there? I wanted to ask you about that.
Truthfully, what happened was, we did the first 30 days, and I was inexperienced basically. And despite this being my first book, I felt that reaching the 4K, given the talent involved, would be an attainable goal. Okay. However, the momentum we had during the first 24 hours just wasn't maintained as well as I would have hoped. And with other developments, mainly with Ringo's schedule preventing him to work on Shyft with major work until November, I felt like it wouldn't be fair to hold everybody's investment if we don't fund. And I felt like extending wouldn't really solve any of the issues that we were facing. So I felt like what we would do is we would end the campaign. If we didn't hit the 4K, we would refund everyone, which we did. And we're going back to the drawing board mainly to see, to fix up the Indiegogo with some things that I should have prepared for a little bit, like getting the networking out a little better. Yeah, you should probably, if you're going to relaunch again, I would set up a pre-launch right now, and then start collecting emails. Absolutely. You know, that's the way to go. We're planning on... Oh, sorry, Johnny.
Sorry, I was just going to say, Connery, again, you've impressed me, because for a first-time creator, to have the foresight and the responsibility to pull things, like, that's great. Most first-time creators would push through and just try to get it done and, be damned all. And you were like, you really you put yourself out there. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really great foresight to have. Absolutely. And that's I commend you for that. You treated it like you're supposed to. It's a responsibility. Like you're taking people's money, so it's like you gotta respect that, you know. And, yeah, absolutely.
Some creators don't, which is a sad thing. And I think because you did that, it'll help you in the long run, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would say, and I don't know if 4,000 is a hard goal for you, but I would.
I'd say for a first-time creator who, without the networking before, it was hard.
Yeah, and I would say if you could, you might even want to consider setting the goal lower at like a $2,000, but then leaving once you hit that goal with Indiegogo, you can go in demand and keep the campaign open and collect more money, you know. So
yeah, I mean, Keith, you did really well in your in demand.
I did, with my Mighty Mascots when I hit the goal, I I kept the campaign open for maybe about 4 months after it, and I got another 100 backers just over that time, and jumping on different YouTube shows and just letting people know about it, things like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's little tips like that, But I think the product looks good, so like I don't think you have a problem there,
It was definitely more of a networking problem.
Yeah, and that just takes time, like just going out like you were doing at Turficon. You seem to be going out, meeting people, talking about the campaign, and more of that, and then also trying to capture emails. I think it would help, and then
absolutely. But I think
they all say like get a newsletter. I don't know if you have time to do that. But...
I do have a newsletter actually.
Oh, you do? Okay, yep.
That's a one of the things. One of the issues was, I was doing that. I went to several conventions with the little. I went with these with some
what is
business
it?
cards.
Business cards? Okay.
Yeah, business card holder. And I was taking them out and then giving them to people. And it did help. But I think one of the things was we needed more time to prepare. Because the biggest issue was we only had about... last time I checked, about 60 or so on the mailing list.
Okay.
And the problem was, I think we launched early, and then when I tried to do the networking, it wasn't as good as I could have. Because when I networked with other creators, some of the ways I was promoting the project, it was at first very business oriented. Like, people didn't know who I was.
Right.
And I think that backfired, especially on, you might not have heard of them, but B-Rose. It was basically like I was a business guy in a party.
Okay.
With the suit and a briefcase. And I completely mishandled it. So...
But that's all stuff you're learning, too, because this is your first comic. So, I mean,
absolutely.
Me and Johnny... we've been around the block a few times. I've been making comics since 2005. So, I mean, the amount of mistakes I've made over the years is is like crazy. And all I can offer you is like my wisdom. And I would say, that was just it. You just got to do a little more networking longer term, go on Facebook and Twitter and talk about your book a little bit and, try to get more followers, that kind of stuff. I mean, it just takes time. It's like, it's something that you can't just jump into and, expect that you're going to have a great first time. Although I was impressed at how, I think when you ended it, what was your amount when you ended the campaign?
So we actually had a great turnaround. So let me pull up the Indiegogo. Okay. But what happened was during the last night,
because it looked like you were at least 50% of the way there, right?
Yes. Before the refunds, I was at checking updates right now. I was actually at a pretty solid 53%.
Yeah, that's actually pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So if
that
you
was
had,
actually,
I was gonna say if you had the goal at 2,000, you would have hit. And then you could have kept it open and keep going, and try to get the 4,000. Although, if you do need a solid $4,000, I don't know, it may behoove you to try to get as much people backing up front, because if you, the worst thing that could happen is if you only make 2,000 and then you got to make the book and you need another 2,000.
That's the problem because it's making the book, shipping. I'm planning on self-funding some of it, the production, in November, December. We'll have a pre-launch.
And then try to launch it after the holidays.
We're looking at launching about February, March, but in April, I thought we would have launched in July, August.
Yeah.
But that's what killed it because I rushed it and... some mistakes I shouldn't have made, I did. And while I have thankfully healed those wounds and have made a comeback, again, it's definitely something I have to keep in mind not only for next time, but also keeping in mind with Shyft, absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I
Go
was
ahead,
just gonna
John.
say, even when I did the Surrounded by Death campaign, Keith knows I was so nervous about it. And originally I was going to launch in May, and then June, and then this July, and then sure enough, July is where I finally hit. And you got to know kind of like where it's right with you. You know what I mean? I feel like if I kind of rushed things and did it in May, like I originally intended, and didn't take that little extra time that I took, I wouldn't have had as successful of a campaign. I knew the time was right. You kind of know personally, when it's a good time to hit that launch button.
Yeah, it's and it's hard because there's campaigns launching every day, so it's
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
it's tough to like figure out when that right time is. I know for a fact I wouldn't launch it at the end of the year. That's a tough sell all around. But spring, summer, I think is really safe. Even the fall, but once you start getting into November, I think is a tough time to launch a
holiday
book.
season's a tough window.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
But then that's the problem is then those off seasons or those seasons now become concentrated, right? So your spring through fall is usually jam packed with Kickstarters. I mean, even when I launched Surrounded by Death, I was up against Bob Sally and a couple of other big creators.
You just gotta hope that your fan base is bigger than their fan base.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons. It's kind of one of the reasons we didn't extend, because the holiday shipping would have been a pain, and you might as well just wait. Just solve the issues you have right now.
Yeah,
get a better networking, schedule everything in advance for the stuff you need for the comic, and just go launch at a time where
it's going to benefit you. Yeah, there's a couple of good comments here. My wife says messaging all of your family and friends helps too. I have contributed to a few campaigns only because I received DMs from the creator. Yeah, that's good advice. Harry said mistakes aren't a bad thing. It's how you learn.
Absolutely. But
and my wife said tax refund season is a good time to launch. Yeah, smart.
I think to talk about Harry's comment, while yes, it is, and they aren't a bad thing, it's something that you do have to take into account. For example, I made a dumb mistake, and I edited the campaign shortly after. It was during the same week as the stream where I went into a party as a businessman.
Okay.
And I edited out of fear because I was like, oh my god, I have all this extra stuff. How the hell am I going to sell it? And it backfired. Like, it changed. I had to undo it within a day.
Okay. So what was the campaign live, and then you made the changes, and then, or was it not live? Or
it was live, and I made the changes. And what the changes were mainly, I highlighted the I Love Shiobia tier, which was the feature tier. I added some stuff about the comic. I had stuff about the artists. It was a convoluted mess.
Okay.
When it should have been a lot simpler, and that was a major mistake.
Yeah, no, it's okay, but yeah, like Harry said, and like I said earlier, it's your first time. You're gonna fall. It's just everybody has. Johnny, I mean,
I launched by accident. So dumb.
Yeah, that's right. Johnny launched his campaign by accident.
It was terrible. It was like,
and you had to close it, right? You had to close it and start over. I thought
the button I was hitting was like, "Hey, this is going to be your preview link."
Oh,
like, no! Live, son.
Oh no!
Yeah, and you had to end it right away, right?
I ended it right away. Now I have this like dirty little half-baked campaign on my Kickstarter profile. It's just tucked away in the back. There's this little unsuccessful little thing. Don't look at it.
Yeah, don't look at that.
Don't look at it. Yeah.
Harry said in the response, "Sure, it was a mess, but I bet you won't make that same mistake again."
Amen.
Yeah, that's the thing. You learn from it, and you do something else. You keep tweaking it until you find your little niche. That's what we all do, right, Johnny? I mean, and the other thing is, and you learn from people at conventions, other creators. Like, I mean, I'm still always tweaking my table setup because I see somebody else's setup, and I was like, oh, I like that part of it, or so I'm still doing that after 20 years.
Now I have to buy a motorized banner.
Oh my God, that's something I was actually looking at after I saw your table with it.
Oh my God, it's expensive, but I
don't care. It's gangsta.
Dude,
it's not really that expensive compared to some of the other ones.
Gets attention. People notice it. I was at Near Minute Expo across from Larry's Comics, and I know Larry. He's an acquired taste, but like he every 5 minutes he's like, I'm gonna smash that thing. Because
why did he not like it?
Well, no, he hated it because every time he looked up, he saw my banner. And I said, Larry, that's the point, like you gotta, but every time he look over, he goes, I'm going to smash that thing.
It's great because actually, if you have multiple projects or books, you can literally feature each one on a revolving thing.
Yeah. The guy will for a fee, of course, will update the graphic for you.
Where do you get yours anyway?
It's a site called, I'll share it in the chat here. It's IamPhotographics.com. He has a ton of different banners, and there's a couple really nice ones. I'll put it in the chat here. He has like a really nice 3D one that I was thinking about. He thinks outside the box, outside of just the typical stand-up banners. Johnny, if you have extra money, you may want to check out the site and see if there's something else there that you might want to get. He definitely has some cool stuff that helps you kind of pop off, kind of stand out from the rest of everybody in Artist Alley a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm looking at a hologram thing right now.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Harry had a great suggestion. Maybe we can do this sometime, Johnny.
I'll be happy to come on for that.
Do a special mistakes episode,
on a very special Indie Comics relay.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we can just talk about all the boneheaded moves we've done over the years.
For real.
Shows or in our comics or something, we have all had that,
That time I went to a Hollywood party and drank too much because, it was an open bar and I spent 45 minutes in the bathroom.
Oh, you did?
Not good. Not good.
You probably missed. How many opportunities did you miss in that 45 minutes?
I have no idea.
I never heard that one.
Who knows what I said to Rob Liefeld that night?
You probably talked about cankles, cankles and pouches, right? Man, that's awesome. But is it okay to share or play the video, Connery?
Sure. Please.
Yeah, let's play that because we're
getting
close to the hour mark, and I definitely want to preview this pretty good here. I don't know why my screen does that. Do you guys see that? I know. Let me.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, it's like
Chrome
wigging
hates
out.
pace.
There we go.
For the epileptics out there, we're gonna have to put an epilepsy warning.
You have to put an epilepsy. Yeah, you're right, Johnny. You're right. All right, yeah. Let's take a look at let's take a look at the video here. Hang on.
Shapeshifters. I have no doubt you heard of them. Everyone has at one point. Werewolves, vampires, the million variations we have yet to discover. The idea of living alongside those creatures is fascinating. But what if you are one? My name is Sunny, and I am a shifter.
Hey man, that's a pretty good video.
Awesome.
That's a pretty good video.
Is awesome.
Who did the animations for that? For
it was also outsourced. It's
really?
let me actually pull up the link because the person
came out really
did
good.
Such a great job.
Yeah.
So,
seriously,
if you don't mind me asking, Connery, what did something like that run you?
Not much at all. Less than 50.
Wow. That's impressive.
It was the same with the animation.
Very nice video. Harry's
Better
cracking
than
me
my
up.
video, that's for sure.
Harry's like, that time the AC wasn't working at that con, then reached down to drink some lemonade, only to realize it was a jug of Todd McFarlane's urine.
What the heck?
Classic mistake.
Whoops.
Harry's one of our wisecrackers in the audience.
Love Harry.
Love Harry. He always gives us nice comments. Gives me a little chuckle, you know?
Yeah.
So the first one is the trailer person, which is Niche GFX VFX, who she did such a great job. And then the animator who did the... Let me pull it up. The animation for Shyft and then the graphics is also this user as well, who is... Let me pull it up. PT Pat.
Oh, wow.
And it used to be cheaper, but it went up because it was for the first 10 orders.
Okay.
And so he's risen the price, but he's still he did such a great job.
Yeah, it looks good.
Fervently bookmarking this right now.
All right, let's see if I can look at this with that.
I'm gonna have a fucking dope ass video for the Sartana.
If you scroll to the right,
yeah,
on the thing, you can actually see not only the graphics for the Agin stream, but also the animation for Shyft itself.
Oh yeah, it's right there in his.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, it's awesome. Look at all this stuff you can find on Fiverr, huh?
I know. I've never looked at Fiverr. I feel like I've made a grave mistake.
Right? You know, like
Connery, you've taught me something today.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it, bro.
No,
yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, you just fucking.
Hey, there's a ton of great freelancers, so
yeah,
again,
a lot of
give sites like Fiverr, even stuff like Upwork and those type of ones, because there's always a great freelancer out there who's willing to help out. So
yeah, no, I mean, your video's perfect. I mean, I don't think you can make a better Indiegogo campaign video.
Yeah,
you know,
it looks great.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we want to add the issue 2 characters.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you could do that. You know. Yeah. So I would say, you know, like you're on the right path, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Johnny, wouldn't you say that's impressive? Like 2,000 on a first go.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, don't discount yourself whatsoever here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, like Keith said earlier, if you were set at 2K, you would have hit, and then again, you would have overperformed in demand. You know, like it's just all hindsight's 2020 as a creator. But you were on the right path. You can do that, execute the same move, and go further the next time around. And you know, you're utilizing resources that I didn't even really have insight into. So, like,
yeah,
you know, I think that's fantastic. You're definitely on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I'd say, you know, continue with your plan to launch in like February and March, and definitely, you know, get that you should probably get that pre-launch campaign up, you know, within the next few weeks.
We're actually doing a meeting this Friday, and then we'll chat about how to set everything up, because there's some behind-the-scenes things. But
yeah, definitely. And I would say get on the social medias and join. If you don't already have them all, get an Instagram, get Facebook, get Twitter, and just start adding people. Join streams to like talk to people. You know, it's a way to do it.
It's definitely something we're doing, because
have you
something we
jumped on...
started ramping up near the end.
Yep.
Because we went on channels like Nefarious's, who did Mavericks with Under Global Frequency. He helped out a lot.
Yep.
Arif Saga was a major help.
Oh yeah, we had them on a while ago. Those guys are great.
Who else?
Did you go on Pizza Medi's open mic? And
I went on. Remember the expo? How did you forget that? How did you forget that I was on during the expo?
No, I remember that. But do you go on his open mics? Every Monday he does an open mic.
He didn't have any until the campaign ended.
Oh, okay. I know
But it's
sometimes he'll
definitely something we're
skip
doing
out if
next
he's
time.
behind on orders and stuff.
Mhm.
But that's a great way to just jump in there and
Absolutely.
get your stuff known.
Mhm.
Critical Blast, I think, does an open mics some nights.
I was on Critical Blast. He was a
Okay.
great help.
Yeah, RJ's good. There's some other people that do. Don
Nerds
Chin,
in
I
the
think,
round.
does a. You could hit Don Chin up. He may have you on. There's
Still have to hit
there's a
him up.
bunch of little places that you can go.
Absolutely.
And definitely start building the campaign.
Mhm.
Yeah, just start collecting emails, and then
I think one of the things I also have to do this time is watch the streams before networking. It's the reason I keep bringing up the B-roll stream, because I came in not preparing anything, and then I got punched in the face with, dude, this is how the show is. How did you not research it? And it caused me to react poorly. So it's something I've been trying to do. I've been trying to interact with the chats before, so people will get to know me, and also watch the shows beforehand so I know what I'm getting myself into. Because
that's smart. I mean,
in the past,
but that's being prepared. That's like
absolutely.
Like whenever I do a show, I at least try to watch one of them before I do it, because I'm the same way. I want to know what I'm in store for, and then I don't want to be talking about one thing and these guys are about something else, So yeah,
I like to go in blindsided.
Whereas here, anything goes at this point. This channel, anything goes. We just talk anything. We love tangents. We go on them all the time.
Oh, we love them, and
we call
they're
the
our
channel
worst enemy.
tangents. Yeah, right. But yeah, no, I think that's smart. Yeah, and I think that's what you got to do. And
Absolutely.
And then try launching again in February and March, and I think you'll see a difference. I really do. So, but one last, before we start wrapping things up, Connery, is there a place that you send like if people want to follow you on social media? What's a good place for you?
So the main hub for all things Dragon is DragonMultimediaLLC.com.
Okay.
And it's where you can see all of our current projects and past projects, while also being able to sign up for the mailing list. Do you want to pull it up, by the way?
Yeah, let's do that. Give me 1 sec.
And
then I'll also share it into the chat here once I have it up. Hang on.
It's one of the biggest ways you can support. It's one of the biggest ways you can support us, while also being able to check out our projects and get links to all of our social medias, including Twitter, Facebook. We don't use Instagram as much. YouTube, Picardo, and Twitch.
Okay.
And if you scroll down on the first page, you can actually see the mailing list under the blog.
Sign up. All right. Yeah,
you
perfect.
Got an email, and then on the bottom...
I'm going to sign up right now while we're on live, so you got one email tonight. And let me add you.
I was just going to say, while you're doing that, big shout out to Blue Streak in the comments. He does voiceover work as well, and I will definitely call you, Blue Streak, when I need something along those lines.
You'll be on my list. Trust me, Blue Streak.
Awesome. And so come to Dragon Multimedia.
And if you scroll down to the bottom as well, you will also get a link to all the social medias: Facebook, Twitter,
yeah, here we go, right
YouTube,
here. Twitch, everything. And this one is which one is that?
Picardo. It's an art live streaming platform we also stream to.
Oh, really? I haven't heard of that one. Picardo TV. Yeah, maybe I'll check that out.
It's more artist driven, so.
Oh, is it so like more like they're looking for artwork, people drawing, that kind of thing? I
know Robert Picardo from Star Trek.
Yeah, so you go there and it's just like clips from him from Voyager and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man. You're thinking of the wrong site.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. Yeah, we're always looking for places to stream our show. Johnny, I just signed up. You know where we're streaming tonight for the first time?
Where's that?
LinkedIn. We're streaming on LinkedIn. Yeah.
No kidding.
You have to actually sign up to be part of their streaming thing. Yeah. Another place. We're in like 8 places. We're just
awesome. Branching out everywhere. We should try to see if we can get on Reddit.
Didn't even work.
Reddit's huge too.
What's that?
Yes and no.
Yeah, Reddit. I don't
Reddit's
know. Do
not
they
a great
have a live
place.
streaming on Reddit?
I don't believe so, but it's not a great place.
Yeah, no, it's like festering, you know.
It's festering.
But anyways, yeah, everybody go to dragonmultimediallc.com. Back our boy Connery, join the mailing list, follow him on social media. If you have any of those, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And then just keep an eye out for the new relaunch of Shyft. We saw the trailer. It looks great. Help a really fresh creator get his first steps in. Are you going to do any cons soon too? Conventions?
We're planning on actually doing one in a couple in March. But right now we're focused on mainly getting the book dealt with, and I wanted to do Retroworld, but it's in November, and I don't know.
I don't know
really
if that would be a
ready.
good show for comics. I looked at that show too, and I talked to different creators that have done that show. And it seems to be more about video games there, so I don't know if that would be a good one.
I would argue it's a good one because...
Is it? Okay, what is your...
It's better than Kineticon because Kineticon is more, for example, it's more into like anime and stuff. But the video game one, there's more local businesses since it's a little smaller. And it was similar with CT GamerCon. They just did it, and Nefarious was there along with other creators as well. Some that had nothing to do with gaming that were there. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then maybe I'm wrong.
For example, I found this at a con.
What is that? Let me see.
It is Aggregate, which is one of the first.
Oh, that's
comics.
Ben Bishop's book, isn't it?
It's one of the first comics I actually bought. That's totally indie.
Look at that! Ben Bishop got somebody into comics. That's crazy, huh, Johnny? We both know him.
Yeah.
And actually my wife in the chat saying that Reddit does have live streaming.
Really?
Yeah, Reddit is good, but the mods make me crazy.
Yeah.
I like Reddit live streaming, and it's intuitive and you can focus on particular audiences. That's good to know. I'll look into that soon,
you know. Dabble.
Yeah, I mean,
also
StreamYard gives you those options to add, so many destinations on how much you pay, per year. But it might, why not? If we can take advantage of another destination, why wouldn't we?
Right. As well.
So.
By the way, I posted in the chat actually the link to the voice actress who.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, let me put that.
Amy actually brought it up, so I wanted to make sure that her
let me put that
was answered.
Let me put that into the comments here for her. Awesome. All right. Yeah. So, like I said earlier, go to dragonmultimediallc.com, support Connery and his endeavors, and follow him on social media. Let's get the mailing list for Shyft. Let's get it up there. Johnny, how about you? What's going on with you? What do you got new coming up?
Okay, so like we said before with Jeff, D15 New York Comic Con Artist Alley, get at me Thursday through Saturday. I'm out Sunday. Sunday I'll be on my couch at home in Massachusetts if I don't die in the streets of New York City.
Are you pulling out of there Saturday night?
Pulling out early.
Depending on how we do, I have done that in the past.
Yeah.
Getting out of there on a Sunday is it's like kill me. You know what I mean?
I take the 3 a.m. train. I'm home by 7 a.m. eating waffles.
Well, what we've done in the past is we've packed up on Saturday and put everything at the booth, and then we just drive in and we just literally just roll it right to the car and we're gone,
So the key for me was that I wanted to have Sunday and Monday off, right? Because holiday. So I have at least a 2-day kind of weekend. So to speak,
that's nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if we do stay on Sunday, we'll be there. It will only be like 2 or 3 hours and then we'll be gone, That's what we did last year. It was okay. But they put up the barriers, so it's really hard to get out of there around 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
they do that on purpose. They do
that on purpose. Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be worse with COVID. We'll have to see. I guess this is going to be a whole new experience.
They space things out because I really I'm the type of guy I get skeeved out because you arm swipe across somebody and their arms are all sweaty and shit, or I'm the sweaty guy. It's like, it's the worst, you know. I really hope they space it out. They give people breathing room on the floor, you know. I don't want to go home with Delta.
Well, Funko's not there, so that gives like another 500 feet of space. You know?
Well, that's just going to promote the other vendors, the bootleg Funko vendors, or the third party vendors. You know what I mean?
Well, they do have a lot of people going, which is nice. A lot of you know, celebrities and stuff, so it should still be good. You know, I think I think New York wants to get out and have something like this, so I think we're going to do good because of that. You know.
Yep.
Just like Terrificon was, and then like the few other shows we've been at. I think we're going to see elevated attendance just because of that. So, but all right, and then so that come see Johnny and me in New York Comic-Con next weekend. And also I just want to send a shout out again to check out the Alterna fall pre-order campaign. It's how they're going to be doing pre-orders now going forward. There's going to be no Alterna subscription plans. It's all going to be just on Indiegogo. So 10 books, $25 with shipping. Can't beat that deal. All on newsprint, and all great stuff. So, and you can, if you miss Mighty Mascots, number 4, 5, and 6, they're going to be coming into these campaigns. So number 4 is in this fall campaign. So definitely check it out. All right, that's it, everybody. I think we're done. I know we're going to be on a special episode next Tuesday, right? Before New York Comic-Con. I think we have a guest coming on. And, you know, we tried to sneak one in before the show. I was going to skip next week, but we're going to do Tuesday. So we'll be back here Tuesday night before we leave for New York Comic-Con. And then we'll be back the following week at the regular time. So, all right, everybody. Any last words before we end this episode of Indie Comics Relay?
Back, Arcane Cocktail Enthusiast. Follow Connery. Be excellent to each other.
Yep. Any last words, Connery, before we end this episode?
Back Shyft when it relaunches.
Nice. You heard the man. So do it up. All right, guys. Have a great night and have a great week. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Good night, everybody.